Peace everyone, welcome back to the Drawing Journal. Unmasked Art here, and I'm just going to start a new drawing today actually. I finished the pair of lips that I've been working on for a while, so now I'm going to move on and I'm going to draw a nose. Here's the lips. You can see the photograph better on my Facebook page. Link will be in the description. And I'm going to start a new one, start a nose. Hope everybody's week went well. Mine didn't go too bad. It went fast, fortunately, for me. It was a busy week, but it went fast, so I'm kind of happy about that. So it's nice to just sit down and draw a little bit. And at this point, I drew the eye and just randomly, and then decided to draw the pair of lips. And then I realized, why not? Why not just draw every part of a face? Because my end goal is to get a little bit better at my portraits. My portraits they just are not good. They're just not good enough for my standard of drawing yet. So I figured, why not just draw everything on a face separately and then go back and practice my portraits afterwards. Eventually I will be drawing portraits time-lapse on my channel. Right now I've done a few, but never really was satisfied with them. Let's see, so been doing a lot of homework again this week. Fortunately, starting to slow down a little bit. Midterms are coming, so teachers aren't giving us too much homework, but now we have to study for exams. So I'll be doing that all next week and the following week. So I hope I will have time to continue doodling, or whatever you want to call this. Hope everybody that watches these, I hope that you're somewhat enjoying what I'm offering as far as my real-time drawings as opposed to my time lapses. And again, feel free to ask any questions in the comments, and I'll try to get to them. And I will just keep doing these. I mean, for the most part, I do these for me more than I do them for anybody else, because it's just nice to relax and draw a little bit, take a break from school. But anyway, so I have a few questions here that I will go through and answer while I draw this nose. So the first question is, how many times did you curse today? Actually, I didn't curse at all today. I don't generally do a lot of cursing. I would say that I have a pretty reserved personality, so very slow to anger. And I feel like if you're not cursing because you're angry, no, I don't know. I've just never really done it. I've always just, I mean, if I'm not talking, then obviously I'm not cursing. And I spend a lot more time not talking than I do talking. So, not a lot of opportunities to curse. So, I don't generally do it. Even when I'm mad, I don't really do it. The very rare occasions that I do get mad. But anyway, next question. Next question is, what do you want to say when somebody asks, what do you do? And I really like this question. So it's basically asking me what I would like, what are my plans? What do I want to do? And sorry to disappoint anybody out there listening. It's actually not to be an artist. Um, I consider myself an artist because of what I do, but it's not. Uh, it's not what my goal is. My goal is not to like be a famous artist or make really even make money doing my art. I just do it purely as an enjoyment, and I feel like a lot of people kind of feel that way. Like they don't really want to make it their job because it's, I don't know, maybe they worry that if they make it their job, then they won't enjoy it as much. I don't know if I feel that way, but I like to just do whatever I want with my art. So anyway, getting back to the question, what do I actually want to say that I do? And it's pretty specific, but I think I mentioned it in my previous video that I'm studying Japanese. And so my actual like real goal is after I graduate, after I finish my master's degree, is to move to Japan and teach math. That is my goal. Teach math at high school. And I'm not expecting to, I'm expecting to move to Japan without mastering the language, and I'll spend the time there to master it. And until that point, I will most likely teach at an international university or college, whatever, teaching math while I master the language. And once I feel comfortable enough with the language that I would be able to teach math in Japanese, then my goal will be to be a high school teacher at a Japanese college, a Japanese high school, teaching math. And so I would like to say that when somebody asks me what I do, I would like to say that I teach math in Japanese. So in my non-native language, I would like to teach a subject. Hopefully I won't be as bad as some of the college professors I've had, that English was their second language, learning math from them. I remember I had this one statistics teacher from Israel, and she her English was so bad that I had a hard time believing that her bachelor's was in statistics because it was just it was so impossible to learn statistics from her because she constantly made mistakes, not necessarily with the statistics part of it, but with the English part of it, and just made it impossible to follow along with what she was saying because she'd always come back a day later and like correct her English, like, oh, I said this wrong, and it just made it awful to learn from her. So I'm hoping that I get a grasp on the language well enough that my students won't be able to complain that Japanese is my native language. But that is what my answer is to that question. And the next question is, you wish you could stop blank from happening. Oh goodness. I would say that I wish that I could stop the aging process from happening. And hopefully no old people listen to this because I'm only 26, but geez, I don't feel like I'm 26. I feel like I'm 45 or something. I don't know. I feel too old for my age. That's what I feel. Sometimes it just drives me crazy sometimes because I feel much older than 26, and I know it's because I never get time to go to the gym and exercise. Really, school just takes my whole life away. Hopefully, I will find some time in the future to compensate for the lack of movement while studying. It's hard to run my channel and do well in my math classes, and then find time to exercise. And I know that I should, but yeah. So that's my answer to that question. Next question. The next question is, how would your parents describe you? Oh gosh. Hopefully my dad doesn't watch this. No, I'm kidding. I would. Gosh, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging. But whatever. This is how I imagine that my dad would describe me. I would imagine that he would describe me as intelligent or smart. A lot of people, I suppose, describe me as that way, but whatever. Creative, which, again, I think my answers might be a little bit of a cop out because these are things that I've heard from plenty of people, and so perhaps I'm not answering this question the best that I could. What else? I think. Oh, he has this thing that he says. Like this specific phrase. Like he doesn't just say "I'm proud of you." He always says, "I'm very proud of you, bud." And I don't know. I would say, not to get sappy, but it kind of makes me really happy to hear him say that. Maybe it's just a father-son thing, but I love hearing that. I guess in a way I kind of live to make my dad proud of me, so I'm glad to hear it when he does say it, and I don't think I've ever went and visited him and him not say it in some way when he asks what I'm doing, or we just get time to hang out and talk, play some golf or something. Love playing golf with my dad. Now that he's getting older and he's slowed down from working a little bit, and enough to that when I visit, I get to talk to him. I get plenty of chances to make up for how busy he was growing up. So it's just really nice to hear him say those things when I do get to see him. And let's see. The next question. I think this is the last question. Yes. The next question is life fair? Yes, no, sometimes, not today. I don't like this question. Well, geez, I don't want to sound like a pessimist, but I would have to. Well, no, I take that back. So I'm not going to say yes, and I'm not going to say no, because I think what defines something to be fair is really subjective. You know, if you don't believe me, just look at how people think people should be punished for particular crimes. Then I would say that's proof enough to say that it's subjective. But regardless of that, so because of that reason, because I think it's subjective, I would say that life is neither fair nor not fair. So I guess I'm saying neither. And I think that if you work for whatever you want, then you might just get it. I don't think we're owed anything just by the sake of being or existing. So I would say that if you work for something, then perhaps you'll get it. Though if you don't get it, it's not that life isn't fair. It's just that you don't get everything you want, and you don't get everything that you work for. But at least if you work for it and you don't get it, you can still be proud that you put in the effort to get whatever it is you want. So no, uh, neither. I don't think it's fair, or I think it's fair. I don't think it's a question of whether or not it's fair. Because I feel like I've gotten quite a bit done on this nose already. I wasn't sure how fast this would go. Uh, but anyway, well, that's it for questions. Uh, Only 15 minutes in, so I guess I gotta find something else to talk about. I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but so for my master's program, I have to go to the school and go to a high school and um, do observations. But I try to get involved best that I can with the observations and like tutor or whatnot. And so I've been doing that. I do that Tuesday and Thursday for about 5 hours each day, and had a lot of fun this week. I got a lot of opportunity to kind of teach, a few high schoolers. Well, not really teach, but tutor. I guess it would be more accurate to say tutor them in pre-calculus or trigonometry, and it was kind of fun. Um, my when I took trigonometry, like I did terrible in it. I didn't understand it, and it's not like I went back to try to understand it when I finished the class. Like even though I didn't finish it, or even though I didn't really understand it when I took it, I still passed the class. But like it's nice to go back and relearn it, and it's very helpful. It's especially helpful now because I'm in advanced calculus and have to recall pretty much all of my trig stuff, and it's just been um, great to take that extra time during the week, not only to like work with other students to help them, but also to like reinforce the concepts uh, with myself as well. I try not to look like a complete idiot when I'm tutoring them. Sometimes I feel like the people graduating high school know more about calculus than I do, because I also sit in the AP calculus class and see the problems that they go over. But so far, I haven't really ran into anything that I didn't know how to do. So that was kind of reassuring because I know when I went through calculus, I was like, I don't get any of this. How am I going to teach this stuff? Um, and it was just so it's been fun working with the students and doing that, and it really makes me look forward to teaching because I enjoyed it so much. At least I hope that I really enjoy teaching because it would be a pretty big letdown to spend 5 years in school to be a teacher and then not like it afterwards. But I don't see that happening. I think I'm going to enjoy it. I love teaching people. I wish I had more time to do like tutorials on my channel. Uh, I like to plan my tutorials out really thoroughly. Like my coloring anime tutorials, those ones were really fun to make. And then the little camera trick I used on them to magic pencil is what I call it, where I touch it and finishes. But anyway, yeah, so I really look forward to the end of school and getting my first job as a teacher. It seems like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope that I hope that I enjoy it a lot. I, I always think about like my first year teaching, and like it scares me to death. But at least I'm at least I'm not like a doctor or something. Like I feel like that would be even scarier, being a doctor, people's lives in your hands or whatnot. But I think I'll be okay. Though in a sense, I feel like I have people's lives in my hands as a teacher. It's my responsibility to help them, or at least I feel like it is. I feel like it should be assumed that it is your responsibility as a teacher to have the students' best interest in mind and to help facilitate whatever it is their interest is, regardless if it's academic or purely academic or not. Um, and so I hope that I am able to accommodate such a complexity of what school should be. I think in a lot of ways it's a huge failure, but that's just my experience. I'm sure everybody has their own unique experience that doesn't quite follow from mine. I think I should throw some white down on this. Get this nose popping off the page a little bit. Just get some highlights in here or something. It's missing some depth. Yeah, that's better. I like to go really, really slow with these drawings, which is partially why I, um, well, for one, why it takes so long to finish one, even though they're like really small, like the size of your hand. I mean, that's not really big picture or anything, but I mean, one reason I go slow is because I'm not trying to finish it. I'm just kind of like I feel like I'm just scribbling slowly, and only because I'm scribbling slowly do I end up getting the detail that you see in the final piece. I mean, I feel like I worked on these lips for a really long time. I mean, even just like this dark part of the lips, like I was just kind of like going over it and again and again and again. And then I was sitting in class and I just kind of went over all these spots again and again. I'm pretty satisfied with them. But yeah. Yeah, so I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm just kind of scribbling on this one really. I think this one's going to look a little bit more free. Um, I don't think I don't know. I guess it just depends. We'll see. We'll see how this one turns out because I really don't know. I mean, that's why I call these a doodle anyway. Going back to that huge issue with the eyeball doodle, uh, nobody nobody wants to let me call it a doodle, but I'm gonna call it what I want. Let's see. Um, looks like a nose, or like I don't know. If you don't say it's a nose, what does it look like? It looks like upside down. I feel like it looks like a ghost. It's like weird arms, like fire, weird thing. I feel like I'm drawing one of those like desert skulls you see, like horns, the head, like, I don't know. I see it, but yeah, it's a nose. I promise it's a nose. Well, since I'm out of questions, I suppose I'll wrap this video up and get started on homework, since I have plenty of that to do. And I will see you all next week, where I will still be drawing this nose. And tomorrow I hope to find some time to draw another time-lapse video, because I actually don't have any uploaded right now, or I don't have any prepared to be uploaded right now. A little bit behind on that, but so far I haven't missed a week, and hopefully I can keep that up despite it being midterm weeks, because I have midterm next week and the following week, but regardless. Anyways, hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you subscribed. Honestly, if you've listened to this whole video to this point, you probably are already subscribed. But anyway, you can check out all the pictures of my work either on my Google Plus page or my DeviantArt, my Facebook page, Instagram, Twitter, whatever social media you're into other than YouTube. I'm on all of them, and you can message me on any of them. You can ask me questions on any of them. If you see any of my videos, drawing time lapses or any other video that I've done, please share it, and I'd appreciate that. And I will see you next week. Take care. Peace.